The Old Couple and the Young Receptionist, a story about kindness. It was a dark, stormy night in Chicago, USA, many years ago. The streets were almost empty. Heavy rain poured down, the wind blew strongly, and lightning flashed across the sky. Most people had already found shelter in their homes or hotels. But out on the road, an elderly couple struggled through the rain. Their coats were wet, their shoes were soaked, and they looked very tired. After walking for some time, they saw a small inn with warm lights glowing inside. Hoping to find a room, they stepped inside. The old man slowly walked up to the front desk, holding his wife's hand, and asked politely, "Son, could you please give us a room for the night?" The receptionist at the desk was a young man named Daniel Roberts. He looked at the old couple with kindness, but as he checked the register, his heart sank. He said softly, "I'm very sorry, sir. Every room is already booked tonight. There's a big business conference in town, and all the hotels nearby are full." The old couple's faces showed deep disappointment. It was past midnight. The storm outside was only getting worse, and they had no place to go. Daniel paused for a moment. Most clerks would have simply said no and moved on. But Daniel was different. He couldn't imagine sending this old couple back into the cold, rainy night. So he smiled gently and said, "I can't let you go back out in this weather. Please, if you don't mind, you can stay in my own room tonight. It's not big, it's not fancy, but at least it will keep you safe and dry." The couple looked surprised. "Oh no, we cannot take your room," the old woman said softly. But Daniel insisted, "Don't worry about me. I will manage somehow. Tonight, what matters is that you both rest comfortably." Finally, with tears of gratitude, the couple agreed. That night, they slept safely in Daniel's room, while Daniel himself stayed awake in a small chair in the lobby. The next morning, when the storm had passed and the sun came out, the old couple checked out of the inn. As the old man paid the bill, he held Daniel's hand firmly and said, "Young man, you are truly special. People like you deserve to manage the finest hotels in the world. Maybe one day I will build one just for you." Daniel laughed shyly. He thought the old man was simply being kind. After all, who would build a hotel for a stranger? The couple left, but their words stayed in Daniel's heart. 2 years later, life went on as usual for Daniel. He continued working hard at the inn, treating every guest with respect and kindness. He never thought much about that stormy night. But then, one morning, Daniel received a surprising letter. Inside was a round-trip ticket to New York City, along with a short note. The note said, "Please come visit us. We would like to see you again." Daniel was confused. Who could it be? But he decided to go.
When he reached New York, the same elderly man welcomed him with a warm smile. After greeting him, the man said, "Come with me, Daniel. There's something I want to show you." They walked together through the busy streets of New York until they reached the corner of Park Avenue and 52nd Street. There, standing tall against the city skyline, was a magnificent building. Its red stone walls glowed in the sunlight, and its towers and arches reached high into the sky. It was one of the grandest hotels Daniel had ever seen. The old man stopped, pointed at the building, and said, "Daniel, that is the hotel I promised you, and I want you to be its manager." Daniel was speechless. His mouth fell open. He thought the man was joking again. But the elderly gentleman, Mr. William Turner, placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "No, my boy, this is real. Your kindness that night touched our hearts. My wife and I never forgot it. This hotel is my gift to you. You deserve it." That hotel was named the Grand Regent Hotel, and it soon became one of the most luxurious and famous hotels in America. And Daniel Roberts, the young receptionist who once gave up his own room for two tired strangers, became its first manager. Moral of the story: this story teaches us that no act of kindness is ever wasted. Even the smallest good deed can change your life in ways you never imagined. Success doesn't always come from chasing money or power. It often comes as a reward for having a generous heart.